Ladies and gentlemen, good day. How are you doing today? This is, well, me. Uh, Doing another little, vlog update. I might just say this is just a regular post, not really an update. So anyway, a little bit earlier, when I decided to get up, I decided, do a normal routine, check online, and one of the first things I noticed was this, little buzzwordy thing, you know, talking about vegetarianism, and it was taking a few shots, at meat eaters. Not many, but a few. Definitely came off sounding a little bit smug. Um, and hey, you know what? If you're vegetarian, good for you. Proud for you, man. I mean, really glad for you. That said, the problem that I have with it isn't so much that I disagree with vegetarianism. I don't. If you got the money to do it and you like vegetables that much, I mean, I like them, but not really enough to warrant a full-time change, then hey, go for it, man. That's awesome. Um, the big thing I got with it, man, is cost. Because let's be honest, if you're like me, you're used to living on the cheap. Um, I grew up living on the cheap. You know, beans, fried potatoes, big old ham hock right in the beans for our meatly supplement, and cornbread, basically 2 to 3 times a day. Uh, for Jesus, up until I was around 7. A lot of people think about that and go, well, hell, you was eating. Yeah, I was eating. I was eating beans and fucking cornbread 2 or 3 times a day. Uh, Thankfully, my parents got better jobs and they could afford more. We still had beans and cornbread, but we didn't have it as often. But despite getting, better jobs, we still were lower middle class at best. And that meant really crappy food. I know a lot of people's going, well, you don't have to eat it if it's crappy. Yeah, you kind of do. It's that or nothing. Um, let's start off down the list. I was going to bring some, examples in with me. I decided not to. So here's a quick list. First off, canned vegetables. There is something, you develop a taste for this stuff. I've eaten canned and I've eaten fresh, and to be honest, most of the time I prefer the canned. And it's because you develop a taste for it. You develop a taste for the over salty nature of the canned vegetables. Even the no salt added, still pretty salty. Um, you have no idea that green beans are supposed to be crisp. You're used to them being mushy. You're used to them being pressure cooked, canned, filled to the brim with salt and other preservatives, and shipped to you. The idea that they're crispy? That's bullshit, man. Um, but you get used to it. You get used to that flavor. Same thing with carrots. Carrots? Crisp? What's this? No, carrots are mushy, and you have to slap them with butter to get any taste out of them. And it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. It's basically every vegetable is sort of like that. They're almost tasteless in a way. You have some taste, but in order to get any kind of real taste out of them when you're poor, you dip them in butter, or you put butter on top of them. And it brings out a flavor, just not really the vegetable's flavor. It's more the butter's flavor. And being poor, you're not going to afford the really good butter either. You're either going to buy margarine, which is butter flavored plastic, or you're going to buy the cheap butter, which is high salt content. Then you got your meats. It's not like we eat filet mignon every damn day. We can't afford it. It's hamburger. Or it's hog, hog jowls. Or it's bacon. Or if we're really lucky, it's a roast. Either, pork or beef, just whichever one's cheapest. I mean, most of us can't even afford the good lean meats. There was a time I switched to turkey. I could tell a difference. I could really tell a difference in the texture, but it was super expensive, and couldn't keep doing it. I had to go back to just regular old hamburger, regular old pork. It's the way it is. So, I mean, it's really, it comes down to can you afford to be a vegetarian? Most people that's in college, that's putting themselves through college, or has put themselves through college, I'm one of the people. I suppose it's technically possible, but dear God, it's going to eat up everything you got. And if you're married, fucking forget it. You're not going to be able to do it. I mean, and who the hell will try to push you towards it when they know that you have other bills? You have house payments, you have or rent, insurance, maybe car payments. You have to buy gas, you have to buy tires, you have to buy clothes. When it gets down to food, yeah, you have to buy food. You're buying the cheapest crap that you can in order to make sure that you have enough to make it through the week or the month. Don't get me started on macaroni and cheese. Holy crap. Trina and I have ate enough macaroni and cheese the last few years of college to probably feel I don't know. It wouldn't be enough to fill the damn Titanic, but I'd say it'd make a dent in it. The point I'm making here is, if you want to be a vegetarian, be a vegetarian. Enjoy your lifestyle. Don't come off and call somebody who's a meat eater, a murderer, or that they're adding to the problem, or that it's their fault, that these hogs and these cows are being gathered up and beaten and having to be lived in the blah 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 that they are. Chances are they don't have the money to live the lifestyle that you do, and they're having to live as best they can with what they got. And what they got supports a diet of carbohydrates, and let's rephrase that, complex carbohydrates and fatty proteins. Sorry, I hate to rain on your parade. I hate to tell you that, everything you just said and tried to convince everybody about is flawed, but it is. It's flawed. It's flawed because there's so many people out there who just cannot afford to live that way. And if you want them to try to make it solely on canned vegetables, wow, you're a prick. A huge freaking prick. That's terrible. No one wants to try to be forced to make it on canned vegetables. I mean, that's just right above trying to make it on ramen noodles. Trust me, I've done it before. Horrible. The meme about, if you mix Taco Bell sauce with ramen noodles, it tastes like pork. Yeah, it does. It does. It tastes like pork. It tastes like pork because it is pork. Anyway, this is my little bit, maybe my little rant. Uh, Basically me just saying, look, before you go and, talk about another person's lifestyle, make sure you understand why they got that lifestyle. Alright, people. Uh, Live long and prosper. May the force be with you. And, for you Harry Potter fans out there, you're a wizard now, Harry. Have a good one.